Hello, hello, Josie here. Are you ready for the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? And are you sure? Okay, here we go. So, I am, yeah, let's get to it. You know, the other day, my parents decided to pull up to my house. And I did not know that they were coming over. I did not invite them over. Well, maybe they felt like I was, because I did send them a text message basically making them aware of the truths that I know about and I've known about for a long period of time, because, as I said in the last video, they've been ramping it up, you know? And I have not seen my parents and or have not verbally talked to my parents in about 1.5 years. Almost 2 years, probably. And I knew at the last time I verbally spoke to my parents, that was going to be the last time as I was driving home. And they pulled up to my house the other day. And I was laying down. And something just made me, rise up, brush my hair, and go and open the door and look outside. I don't know what it was. I don't. But I do. If you didn't catch that, think about it. Open the door, and there's a truck parked out on the street. Roll down the window, and it's my parents in the truck. I'm not going to go into what happened. I didn't speak to them. I didn't even wave at them, because what they decided to do was against what God told them to do. God did not tell them to come over to my house. In fact, God told them to leave me alone. They've done enough. They've done way too much. And actually, God is the one that had me to say to them that they've done too much. Specifically to my mother. She's done way too much over the years. What they were doing was basically confirming what I had let them know. Their arrogance, their arrogant behavior, their superiority behavior and attitude, their arrogant attitude, and how even though they know what they've done against me over the years is wrong, they still want to try to come back to basically get in my good graces. Because when you are a child of God and you have been sent by God to do what God has asked you to do in this world, and there are a lot of us out there, I'm not the only one, when you have decided to go up against God's child in a myriad of ways, and then believe that your actions and your intentions to take them out are not going to come back on you, that there's not going to be any consequences for that, think again. Not only that, but God let these parents know what He blessed them with. And they chose and decided to treat a blessing in a toxic manner, in a myriad of ways. My storefront that I used to work at, it was about 5-10 minutes away from my parents' house. And every now and again I would stop by there and just check on them, say hello and speak. I was a very loving, kind, and generous child to my parents. I showed my parents the utmost respect. I loved them, and I cared about them, and I genuinely wanted them to be good and be all right, you know? This was before I knew everything that they have done against me. And this is also after knowing some truths about them and forgiving them for what they had done. So, what they had done that I knew about and was aware of was maybe an eighth of what they have done against me that I was not aware of. Okay, so there was like an eighth that I found out. There was more, a whole lot more, that I found out after I stopped dealing with them. But when I would go over to their house, one instance, parents were in the living room, open the door, mother goes back over to my father across the room, and as I walk in the door, my father says to her in her ear, after she leaves, get in the bedroom and do what you said you were going to do. So I was actually summoned over to my parents' house after work one day by my parents without them sending me a text message or giving me a phone call or me even letting them know I was coming over. They had summoned me telepathically. If you don't know, now you know. So, what happened the other day was me being summoned to come and open the door so that they could see me. And to do what? I believe it was to gaslight me and try to manipulate me to come back into talking to them, being around them, coming over, allowing them to siphon from me, drain me, use me, pimp me out, so on and so forth, however they needed to get whatever they needed or whatever they wanted. The last time I saw my father, I needed assistance because the cost of taking care of everything with Mike and the expenses of the house and whatnot, and just all the after effects of a spouse passing, it took a lot and drained a lot from me. And not only that, monetarily, but mentally, physically. Monetarily, I needed to take care of some things. And the last time I saw my father, in order to get the assistance that I needed, and God asked me, He actually guided me, He directed me to go and talk to Him about assisting me. And I did not want to. And God said, go and ask Him for assistance and see how He responds to you. As I was sharing what was going on and what I was dealing with and going through, it dredged up some feelings just of it dredged up emotions. And God had me to look at His eyes. And there was a twinkle in His eyes. And I looked at His face, and there was a hint of a smile, a grin on His face. And it was after that He then wrote a check. He got off on manipulation. He got off on grieving. He got off on fear. He got off on being able to help monetarily when needed. He got off, but he got off on hurting me. He got off on seeing me weak. He got off on seeing me vulnerable. And the only reason why they came over was because he was trying to get off. In a myriad of ways. And if you didn't catch that, rewind this and watch it again. He got off in a myriad of ways using me and others, but specifically, particularly me. Ain't that fucked up?